First of all, I had a dad who was a doctor, and I loved to shadow him in surgery. What I love most is seeing his bedside manner with all of his patients. He did have long, hard hours, but I really thought I wanted to be a doctor because I wanted to be just like him. Until I learned of my sister's tragic story. And when she was 4 years old, she was at a department store and a massive Buddha statue fell on top of her because it was not securely on its base. It took 4 grown men to pull the statue off of her. Fortunately, she lived, but she broke her femur and she was in a body cast for 6 weeks. My mom tells stories about having to blow dry her body cast because she would go to the bathroom in it. And she had full-time care, and they didn't even know if her legs were gonna grow at the same rate, and one might have been shorter than the other. Fortunately, in the long, big picture of things, she became an all-state track runner, so everything was okay. However, she was still very traumatized and didn't even realize it because just recently, as an adult, she is now a mother and a wife of 4 children of her own. You would think that story was way back in her subconscious, long lost in the past. But she was in the department store on another floor, and she turned around and she saw that Buddha statue. And it was on the same wobbly stand. And she almost collapsed. She couldn't breathe. She hyperventilated. She had a panic attack because all of those memories that she had suppressed came flooding to the front. And it was very overwhelming for her. But when she was telling me what happened, it was even harder for her to understand that my parents never sued the department store. And they believed at the time, it's just not what you do. The department store, they believe, took responsibility by paying her medical bills. And they also gave her a really precious doll. That is the compensation. But guess what I see? I see a massive company that took more concern and care to glue together this Buddha statue and throw it on another floor of the department store and leave it there for decades, instead of being held responsible and understanding the danger that statue caused. There was no warning sign, it was not secure, but they certainly didn't learn their lesson, and they certainly didn't care. And my sister could have sued the department store herself if she was given the proper legal advice, because as a minor, your statute of limitations does not run until 2 years after you turn 18 years old. In most personal injury cases, the statute of limitations is 2 years. So you have 2 years from the date of the incident to file a claim or file your case. But if you're a minor, you actually have 2 years until after you're the age of adulthood of 18. So she had until she was 20. But of course she didn't know that. She didn't do anything, and it was too late. And frankly, do you want to know what the value of that case would have been? My dad, who worked 13-hour days, who we only got to see every now and then growing up because he broke his back trying to provide for his family, and he was a very hardworking surgeon. He could have retired not only at the age of 35, we probably would have had tens of millions of dollars for each of his 4 children, because that claim was worth hundreds of millions of dollars. I think the moral of the story is not so much the value of the claim, but it is that a company was not held responsible, and that is evidenced by that stupid Buddha statue glued together and thrown on the 3rd floor with no sign on a wobbly base. If you know anyone in your family that is reluctant or nervous about filing a lawsuit, please have them talk to me and call me, because I will explain to them, not only do I feel like there's a moral obligation, there's an opportunity, but that is really how we make the world a different place.